see, kicking what I go through. Real rap, my last line.
I'm ready when you are. Sorry. Yeah. I'll still love you.
Boom! And attempt number 2. Here we are. Welcome to the Almost Legal Podcast. I had a colossal failure about 30... How long ago was that? About an hour ago. Made a few phone calls, and I'm going to redo this. I'm joined today, or tonight, or whatever the hell time it is, with ProductProbes. We got Matt. Say what's up, happening. What's happening?
Hey, man. What's up, everybody?
What's poppin'? Long time no see.
Boy, Josh. He got to call me. He's like, dude, I had a failure tonight, but I need you, and I am here, so we're going to hang out. And it's a good thing because I ain't talked to my boy Josh in a minute.
Bro. We did that fight companion type deal with Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier.
Dude, that was fun, man.
Dude, it was.
That was fun, man.
Dude, I went back and I was watching. I was watching that fight again at work. We were real slow, and like I backed up. I synced up our stream with the fight. It wasn't too bad. We're 2.5 hours in. A lot of proper 12 whiskey, Irish whiskey. Speaking of proper 12, you saw that they had semi-confirmed his fight this summer. Conor McGregor and Gaethje.
Dude, that's the only fight I want to see, man. All this other bullshit. But, you know, when I think of Gaethje, I think that it's going to be... Fuck, man. It's probably going to be at 170, right?
More than likely, yes.
So, if we go with 170, everybody's like, oh, well, Gaethje's the number one contender, blah, blah, blah. And everybody thinks that they're shitting on Gaethje, which, I mean, I guess if Conor McGregor's sitting out, then you're right. And I'm not trying to be a Conor, nut rider, but Josh.
Tell me about it.
Conor's going to beat the fuck out of Gaethje, dude.
I don't think he'll beat the fuck out of him, but I think he'll finish him.
Well, I mean, so what are you thinking? So tell me your thoughts.
Well, what's Gaethje do? He walks forward, constant pressure, probably the most brutal leg kicks in the history of UFC. I almost said NFL. However, Conor McGregor's movement and elusiveness is going to kind of cancel that out. So basically, it ends with a round 2 KO.
Yeah, by Conor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless Gaethje mixes it up and decides, you know what, for the first time, I'm going to actually use my skills and take you down.
Yeah. But he's all like, oh, I don't want to do that. I want to see them at 170.
It's going to be at 170.
Yeah, I think so. But what do you think? Do you want to see him at 170 or do you want to see him at 155?
Who?
Gaethje McGregor.
I really don't care. It's going to be at 170.
You know what's funny?
What?
Is the fact you're just like, I don't care. I think I'm right there with you. Either way, I just kind of want to see that motherfucker act.
I want to see Conor fight for more than 45 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, you both. But the fact that dude, what do you think? He looked good against, Cowboy for what we saw.
That is true. Okay, let's say this. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's give a what-if moment. What if Gaethje comes out and just starches his ass in like 45 seconds?
Yeah, you're right.
What happens?
Does that lead? I guess you would have to say Gaethje fights the winner of Tony and Khabib, right?
What happens with Conor? Is he right off in the sunset?
I think at this point, maybe like a Dustin Poirier fight if they lose, or he'll want the rematch, and they'll probably do the rematch because here's the thing: if Tony beats Khabib, all right, and now I'm just like what you said, all right. Gaethje fights Conor, okay? Gaethje beats Conor. Now, that will be... Oh, wait. Whoa. You're saying that's after the Tony Khabib fight?
Yeah, it will be. Yeah. It's rumored to be in the summer.
Okay, well, I guess then that loss would have to depend on what happens with Tony and Khabib, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
dude, all right, I like this MMA talk. Because I mean we're talking hypotheticals. We have no idea, right? But let's have some fun with this conversation.
Okay.
So, all right, so what you're saying, all right, so who wins the Khabib Tony fight?
We'll go both scenarios. We'll stick with the Gaethje beats Connor.
Yep. And then just either way here.
You think they just loser fights loser of that fight, maybe?
Well, okay, let's just say Khabib wins and Gaethje beats Connor. I don't see Khabib fighting Gaethje. Now, Tony beats Khabib. All right? Are you trying to tell me that there won't be a rematch? That's going to be the next
between Tony
fight.
and
Khabib. Khabib's going to be like, what the fucking fuck? And Khabib's going to have the belt. I mean, Tony's going to have the belt. So, and then let's just say Khabib wins. There's going to be a rubber match. It's going to hold that title up for a while.
Maybe.
And
Depends on how it goes.
Like, I just want my fucking rematch. Blah, blah, blah. But if Gaethje starches his ass, they're both going to be fighting for it. Now, if they fight at 170, dude, I don't know, man. That's fun. I think me and you can have some fun with that.
Hey, think about it. It's a chaos. Yeah. But now if Connor wins and Khabib wins, then everything kind of falls into place and the planets align and everything. But Tony's no easy feat. And really, my theory is if we go into that rubber match debacle about, whatever.
Well, he's done after that, don't you think?
What?
I think Khabib, if they went to a rubber match, meaning
I don't think
Tony won, Khabib won, then they do a third one, I don't see Khabib fighting after that.
Well, I think if Khabib wins, it's going to be unanimous. Like, it's going to be a vintage Khabib Nurmagomedov fight.
Right.
So I don't think they'll even be calling for it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, okay, he mauled him, he beat the shit out of him. Now, if Tony wins, then yes, because I feel like the only way he's going to win is either with a cut or a submission. So, because Dustin Poirier had a deep guillotine in on Khabib.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I said Dustin Poirier had a deep guillotine in on Khabib, but he got out, and his jiu-jitsu game is not even on the same stratosphere as Tony.
And you got to think, Tony is also a D1 wrestler. Won a national championship. And then he's practicing all this, but sorry, bud, but I'm thinking God damn it, I lost my train of thought because I'm drinking these damn Trulies, dude.
Trulies? You need a tampon?
Yeah, I know. Dude, I was trying to do it for calories, but Jesus Christ.
You all right? You struggling?
No, I guess I'm not. I guess I'm just gonna.
Okay, what do you think about the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight, which took a year and a half to start?
I went back and watched the first fight before this fight, and I lost a little bit of money on this one, man.
What a piece of shit! Did you hear what Tyson said after the fight? Where he got his strategery from?
Oh, after this last fight?
Like where he got the strategy for this fight for?
No, I didn't hear what he said.
Okay, well, he said he realized this is what's crazy because he got the shit knocked out of him in round 10 or the round 12.
12, yeah.
He said he realized from the after he got knocked down, he pressed. You know how he got up miraculously after getting comatose, and just put full pressure and basically won the rest of the round, right? He realized then, he said, for the first time in the fight, he was walking down Deontay, and he realized that his footwork was sloppy, and he's not used to fighting backwards. So that's why he fought and changed it. From literally round 12, he realized the strategy he needed to beat him. And that's why he came forward and was pressing him, because he couldn't fight going backwards. Now you get Deontay Wilder, who says the reason he lost is because of that extravagant get up he wore walking into the ring.
Did you believe that bullshit?
No, I don't believe that bullshit. It was 40 pounds. What, he walked maybe 100 yards?
Oh, now my head is it's so heavy I can't fucking fuck with it.
He burst his eardrum, messed his equilibrium up, and he couldn't walk. What are you?
I watched it live on ProductProbes, and I had the volume down. I didn't realize till the other day. My dad told me. Did you know, like their corner threw the towel in? Like, no, immediately when they stopped it. Did you think the ref stopped it, or did you know that the corner stopped
I thought the ref stopped. I was playing softball during it.
Yep, I thought so too, man. And I was like, that's a bad fucking stoppage, blah, blah, blah. But apparently, they're trying to get that fucking rematch, which I guess you can't call it a rubber match because the first one was a draw. But they're trying to get the fucking rematch. Dude, I think it's going to end up the same way, man. Fury beat the fuck out of him. I don't give. I mean, do you give Wilder one round?
No,
I don't either.
Because honestly, what was it? Round 2 is when he hit him, knocked him to round 3.
What are you talking about? The first fight or this fight?
Where he dropped him.
Wait, what are you talking about?
This fight.
Oh, when he dropped Wilder?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hit him in the back of the head.
That's what burst his eardrum. Yeah. From that moment, his legs were never under him. Yeah, so it was really from then on out. It was just a slow decline. What do you think about the conspiracy that he had illegal gloves? Have you seen that video?
I haven't seen it, man. I don't think so, man. I think it. You're saying Tyson had illegal gloves?
Mm-hmm. They had footage of him, like, apparently somehow his hands, I don't really know. He took the padding out of his gloves or some shit. There's some sketchy videos because they show him and it's like, it looks like his hand is like towards the wrist area and he's like flicking it and like the wrist bends backwards like 90 degrees. I don't know. I don't really believe it. I think he just outboxed them. Then you're getting to the semantics of like Deflategate. Of them bitching about the deflated balls, but no one really brings up the point. Hey, you lost like 42-10. Pretty sure deflated balls had nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do. And yeah, I mean, you know how mean you are, dude. That's the first place our mind goes, dude. We're like, all right, wait a minute. What the fuck, dude? Anytime anything ever happens, I'm like, oh, and dude, I will go so far. I'll give you an example. There was a Facebook, and I had this girl I was dating, and she did like this, what religion are you? Blah, 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 blah. And, she filled out this little test on Facebook and it goes, well, you're a Mormon. And she comes and she's like, awesome. Look, it says that I'm like a Mormon. And I go, you know what? I bet the Mormons put out that test to get people to convert more, to Mormon or whatever the fuck you call it.
Mormonism? Is that what you're about to say? You're about to say Mormonism.
I was, but yeah, but whatever their fucking religion is. And then she goes, does everything have to be a conspiracy, Matt? And I was like,
don't you hate when they say that shit?
Huh. But I feel like my point was pretty good. I was like,
what was your point?
Maybe they put that test out, like, they put out like, what religion are you? Blah, 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 blah. And you fill out the test and blah, blah, blah. And they say you're a Mormon. And I was saying that maybe the Mormons put that test out to get more people to come in, to Mormonism or whatever. I don't know the fucking shit. And then she goes, does everything have to be a fucking conspiracy, man? And I was thinking, huh. But that's the first place my mind went. And then I asked my buddy Paul, and he goes, well, that's probably exactly what the hell they're doing. And I was like, I know, right? But I have no thing on it. But I see what you're saying, dude. That's our first fucking shit. It's comedy, conspiracies, and gay sex. Dude, that's all we fuck with, man.
No doubt. Like all day, every day.
That's it.
Okay, speaking of conspiracies, how savage was this Mardi Gras float? It was Epstein didn't kill himself float. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah, I saw it where she's like choking him.
Yes, yes, dude.
Dude, what are your thoughts?
Dude, that is awesome. What's so crazy? You see all this shit popping up and stuff, and you're like, nothing's still being done.
Oh,
nothing.
Fuck, man. Do you want to get into it?
Yeah, go balls deep. I don't care.
Well, I mean, we don't have to go balls deep, but there's no fucking way he committed suicide. He was killed. So let's just get that out of the way right now. Fuck everybody who.
It was a clerical error that they actually deleted the footage on the second attempt of his life, or the one that actually killed him. They didn't lose it.
Josh. This is where me and you have the most fun in our entire lives.
Dude,
Because we can sit back.
Yeah,
I'm so glad I met you, motherfucker.
it was just an accident, bro.
Dude.
That the guy that was on suicide watch a week prior was left alone in his room for an extravagant, a long amount of time, and hung himself. No footage. On the most high-profile guy who everyone said will end up dead soon, but no one said anything about it. It's not fishy at all. You're insane.
Oh my God. So you're a Trump supporter?
No,
that's what that means. If you disagree with anything ever, then you're a far right.
you're a Trump supporter. You're a Trump supporter. You know what I love? Have you seen? It started popping up because guess what? Guess who's pulling ahead on the Democratic?
What do you think about that? I don't.
You don't even know what I'm saying.
Bernie, but do you think they're gonna? You think they're gonna fuck him up, or do you think they're gonna actually give it to him?
So I was about to say, what do you think about what's popping up? Started popping up towards the end of last week, hinting that Russia there's doing investigation of proof of Russia giving aid to the Sanders campaign. So now, guess what? Bernie and Trump have something in common, and Russia isn't what it is. It's they happen to be the two people on the planet that the Democrats do not want to win the presidential nominee and the whole presidential race. And guess what? They both have the boogeyman Russia helping
Russia.
them.
But here's why Trump might have ran Republican instead of Democrat.
Mormons?
Is because they don't have the super delegates, Republicans. So no matter if Bernie wins all these states, they will still steal it from him and just go, I don't give a fuck.
They already did that last year. They can't do it again.
You know, they will. Watch.
You think so?
Oh, for sure.
Because you got
Bernie
Pete Buttigieg.
will not win.
Do what you say?
Bernie won't win, man.
Look,
Even though he's winning, he might win. But, dude, you got to think of it like this, man. It's all bullshit when you come to it. But, yeah, they're going to steal it from him, just like they stole it from Ron Paul. And the only reason
Bernie Sanders last year.
The only reason why they didn't steal it from Trump is because Trump had a big-ass mouth, and he goes, hey, everybody, they're fucking trying to steal this shit. When Mitt Romney came out and Ron Paul, I'm sorry, sat down like a little bitch. And fuck, man, because I'm a Ron Paul supporter. Okay, I'll go ahead and tell you. I liked Ron Paul. I like everything that he was talking about, and I didn't vote. I don't vote. You know, I'm not one of those guys. I think once you get into office, you're the same goddamn person. But Ron Paul sat down like a little bitch. But Trump didn't. Ted Cruz went to Colorado, got those fucking things, and all of a sudden he goes to the news. Hey, everybody, these motherfuckers are trying to steal it. Fuck you, fuck this, blah, 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 blah.
I don't recall him saying any of that.
Well, anyway, you know.
It was something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something was something. I meant Trump and something. But anyway, the point being is that I think that, man, no matter what, dude, it's kind of like last year, man. She had these super delegates. They're going to put the establishment in, man. And, you know, I'm kind of like you, dude. It doesn't matter who's president. We got to get rid of the two-party system, which we'll never do, man.
You got to. It's not even a two-party system anymore, really.
I mean, dude, people are waking up, but
they don't work.
You can't get on the ballots anymore. You can't get in all the states unless you suck the fucking dick. Trump wasn't a fucking Republican, but he goes, hey, there ain't no way I can win as a third party.
Well, that's what boggles my mind, and which kind of leads to the evidence of a propaganda machine. Like, one, no one thought he was racist and a piece of shit until he started running for president. Two, what did everybody say prior to him even coming in the picture? What we need is a president that's not even a politician, just your average Joe. Guess what? He's not a politician. Three, he's probably the most progressive Republican president ever in multiple stances.
Oh, and he's like, okay, yeah, go ahead.
See what I'm saying? Like, he's the least Republican president ever, pretty much. Yet but yet he still gets the same copy paste labels as every president and Republican presidential candidate. He's a fascist. Compared to Hitler all the time. He's a racist, homophobe, and now they've even added shit that I don't even know is xenophobic and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to it. Just like a lot of Americans, that's why he won so big, is because the people that are in tune that much to it. God damn it, I try to chug these things, man. I can do this when I'm like, if I'm ever by myself and I can do this, I got like somebody I can throw it off to.
Well, what do you think about?
But anyway, I think let me just end on this one. But no, I absolutely agree with you, man. I think Trump, he didn't come in doing all this thing, and just like what you were saying is that he was never racist before he did this. Nobody ever called him sexist. He was a fun guy. You know, whenever he was going against Rosie O'Donnell, right? She talks like a truck driver. Nobody gave a fuck. And then all of a sudden, he knocks out 17 Republicans. Knocks out 70. He goes, he's like, fuck Jeb Bush. That's all his special interests and everything. And I'm like, oh no. I was like, this is actually okay, cool.
Oh, he said she had no nipples.
She had no nipples.
He just started going ham, dude.
Tell you.
You long titty, no nipple having
bitch.
But yeah, literally, that's how it kind of happened. And then now
he just was like, I ain't even started on Hillary yet. And then Hillary comes out with a grab by the pussy, and they just thought that was game over. But
dude, how many things that popped up during his campaign that would have just completely derailed any other candidate? It was like one every week, and he's just like, oh yeah, that shit happened.
Well, here's the thing. Politics is a mud-slinging contest, right? Well, he's made out of mud, Josh. He's made out of fucking mud. So it's like, it doesn't matter what the fuck you say. And then, you know, as bad as me and you were talking politics without putting our own spin on it. You know,
yeah, I'm not biased. I like to see it.
Yeah. But you know how people, when they talk politics, like, oh, you agree with everything is. No, me and you can talk politics without putting our own spin on it.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks about it, is it's hard to tell, or it's hard to say Trump is funny. That motherfucker is funny as shit. You can't roast people, and then these politicians are like, and they're used to giving speeches, and then some dude just comes in there and call you a little faggot. What are you gonna do, you little bitch? And then they're like, they're saying, Trump said a bad word, and they think that, and most of the time that would end a politician. Trump's like, yeah, I said it. Go fuck yourself. What are you gonna do?
I claim, like I said, I don't have any bias, and I know it probably seems that I'm super biased to the right, but it's not that. It's just the amount of like just ludicrous shit that the left has done in the past 4 years. It's just, I'm calling it out.
Yeah,
like it's impossible to do. The countless smears that they do, it's impossible to say. And if you can get behind half the shit they say, look, more power to you. Like obviously when they're in this presidential primary thing, they obviously can't talk shit about the economy. So they have to stick to the tried and true identity politics, which you watch any debate, that's all they talk about. What you're going to do for black voters. Then you had Yang, who's like, oh, just give them $1,000. Who's not going to like somebody who gives them $1,000?
Is that the gay dude?
No, that's an Asian guy that dropped out. No, that's Booty Juice, Pete Booty Juice. Okay, here's your Democrat. Here's your top Democrats here. You got Pete Booty Juice, who's he's basically funded by Silicon Valley.
Yep.
And those CEOs. So that would be bad in its own right. Then you got Bloomberg, who's pretty much just trying to like buy out the entire party, you know, with unlimited amounts of resources. Then you got a democratic socialist, and then you have Warren, which no one knows who the hell she is. She was a damn Republican when she was at 45 years old.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I love all the memes where it's like, oh, the only person of color left in the Democratic presidential race is Elizabeth Warren. The only Asian American left in the presidential race is Elizabeth Warren.
And dude, what's so crazy is I'm so ignorant when it comes to politics. But even at this point, I can not tune in for the next 6 months, and I can still tell you everything that's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
All these emotions rolling, dude, but I don't see anybody.
They get so defensive and you shut everybody down. They don't think rationally.
I like Tulsi Gabbard.
She was my favorite.
Yeah, she's
I love Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, I do too.
And what? Guess what?
What?
Guess what else she had in common with Trump and?
All right, some goddamn Russia bullshit.
Yeah, she's suing Hillary Clinton for $50 million for
she needs
defamation of character. Because guess what? She called her a Russian asset. Oh my God, Josh, you're so biased. No, that's just everybody that the Democratic Party doesn't like because they don't fall in line with the corporate politician, agenda. They claim they're Russian assets or they're being funded by Russia.
Yeah. Why do you hate women?
Why do I hate women?
Yeah. Like, why don't you think a woman should be president? And I'm so sick of you talking this shit.
Dude.
Every time we go live, all you want to talk about is fucking women don't deserve the right to vote.
Hold on.
It pisses me off.
Hold on.
What you got, man?
Hold on.
Dude, what do you have behind you? Is that like Joker? What's
that is the Goodfellas. Hold on. Hold on.
I see it now. It's Joe Pesci. Is that a picture?
All right. Boom. Okay. This is an example of you saying, people say it's conspiracy that the media is just out to get somebody. When they say Russia is trying to interfere with elections and politics and stuff like that, no. The real culprit is our own corporate media. And here's a prime example of this, okay? I want you to listen to this. You won't be able to see it, but they will, okay? Just watch this, all right?
Let's now turn to an issue that's come up in the last 48 hours. Senator Sanders, CNN reported yesterday that Senator Warren confirmed in a statement that in 2018 you told her that you did not believe that a woman could win the election. Why did you say that?
Well, as a matter of fact, I didn't say it. And I don't want to waste a whole lot of time on this because this is what Donald Trump and maybe some of the media want. Anybody knows me knows that it's incomprehensible that I would think that a woman could not be president of the United States. Go to YouTube today. There's some video of me 30 years ago talking about how a woman could become president of the United States. In 2015, I deferred, in fact, to Senator Warren. There was a movement to draft Senator Warren to run for president. And you know what? I stayed back. Senator Warren decided not to run, and I did run afterwards. Hillary Clinton won the popular vote by 3 million votes. How could anybody in a million years not believe that a woman could become president of the United States? And let me be very clear. If any of the women on this stage or any of the men on this stage win the nomination, I hope that's not the case. I hope it's me. But if they do, I will do everything in my power to make sure that they are elected in order to defeat the most dangerous president in the history of our country.
So Senator Sanders,
wait for the response.
Senator Sanders, I do want to be clear here. You're saying that you never told Senator Warren that a woman could not win the election.
That is correct.
Senator Warren, what did you think when Senator Sanders told you a woman could not win the election?
I disagreed. Bernie is my...
Yeah. So basically, nothing what he said mattered. Oh, so what did you say? What did you say? And he just did this long. No, I never said that. Why would I believe that? That's insane. That's insane. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, so what did you think when he said that?
So, oh shit, I got my mic.
Jesus Christ, man! Don't yell at me.
Yeah, sorry. So what were they saying? I couldn't hear it, but you.
Okay, basically. So I talked to a news reporter, a local one, and they got real triggered when I pointed this out. I was like, I have to know. When does it come to a point where a news agency, news reporters, news journalists be held accountable for stories that they push out and that turn out to be false? And they're like, well, when you do a story, you get sourced and it's sourced, blah, 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 blah. Well, watching Jimmy Dore, he actually was a reporter for a journalist for the Young Turks. Well, so he's familiar with doing this. So when he points out the bullshit sources of their stories. So, for example, that source will literally say, due to 5 people that are familiar with the case or familiar with the situation, not specific people like, oh, this is so-and-so said this. No, it says 5 people that are from 5 sources that are familiar with this situation or familiar with this conversation. So it can be vague, but wildly vague. Like, it just, I heard it from a guy that said that he heard him say it once. You see what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of load of horse shit.
I think me and you need to just go on the offensive and just say that all these big channels on YouTube, they said all this fucking bullshit. And then after everything's said and done, then we go, well, maybe I heard it wrong.
Yeah, you don't have to be held accountable for shit.
You don't have to be held accountable. Well, you might have to be held accountable for the situation that I said, but why do you not have to be held accountable if you're running for goddamn president? Now, I'll give you an example that should be fucking talked about no matter what your political affiliation is. They gave Hillary Clinton the questions to the goddamn debate.
Yeah, and they're saying he's going to cheat again. They say Trump's going to cheat again.
That's a fact, though, Josh.
I know.
Look it up. She wrote it in her book. How crazy is that shit? It's like,
and no one's talking about it.
Fucking support Trump? Do you really want me to fucking support him? No? Well, then stop fucking around. Man, I'm sorry. I'm getting pissed off.
And then Bill meets Loretta Lynch on the on the airstrip by coincidence. The same coincidence that led Jeffrey Epstein's footage to get mistakenly deleted. Hey, you're gonna go ahead and say Weinstein's gonna be his death next week's not gonna be suicide?
Nah, he ain't going to jail.
He got convicted today.
Yeah, he ain't going to jail.
Where's he going? You think he's gonna die and then just go live off on an island somewhere?
I mean, that's a good point. I think that there will be an appeal, and he won't serve any time.
Time served. 2 weeks.
Yeah. You got to think, man. I mean, we're talking about this. You know, I mean, it's so much money that we couldn't even fathom. And he might have, well, no, not even might have. I'm sure that motherfucker, and he's just a gross piece of shit. But I don't see him going to jail, man. I don't ever see him getting convicted because the money, and then people are going to be like, oh, let's just say he does go to jail. He's going to get the Mike Tyson treatment where he's got like goddamn steaks coming in and goddamn steroids. And I'm not saying that's him as a fighter,
that
but
old bastard.
Oh, dude, he's still going to be fucking raping bitches in jail. I mean, dude, I don't know, man. I don't even see him dying. I don't even want to take the conspiracy that deep. My conspiracy is he has so much fucking money, Josh. I don't need to see his ass going to jail, dude.
All right, let's take a turn.
All right. What you got?
What do you think about the coronavirus?
Oh.
Let's start. How do you think it started? Do you think it's just a random virus that popped up and it's like a flu on steroids? Or do you think it was a weaponized thing?
Well,
that got leaked on accident or purpose? Or do you think it's on purpose?
Can I answer your question with a question?
Let me answer your question with another question.
Yeah, I got you. How many people died in the United States with the flu? Way more. Now, just the flu, and we have a fucking, okay, yeah, you can Google it. But we have a vaccine for that shit, right?
I've never gotten one, but yeah.
Yeah, me neither. I don't fuck with that shit. But
while the impact of the flu varies, it places a substantial burden on the health of people in the United States each year. The CDC estimates that the influenza has resulted in between 9 million to 45 million illnesses, between 140,000 to 810,000 hospitalizations, and between 12,000 to 61,000 deaths annually since 2010. So a lot more than I thought, but
now let's just take that into account. We have this flu that comes around every year, and I'm using flu. Now, we have a virus that floats around every year, and then they pump us with fucking vaccines. And then they go, oh, well, it's on this strand, but you still might get it, blah, 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 blah. I've never had the flu. I've never taken the flu shot. Never had it. Couldn't tell you when I fucking had it. Now, is that a coincidence? I don't know. I mean, whatever. I'm not a conspiracy. I'm not saying don't get your fucking flu shot. But now we're talking about the coronavirus. Why are we pitching a goddamn fit over the coronavirus when we have a virus in the goddamn United States that kills more fucking people? Oh, maybe because of propaganda? Now, here's the question, and I'm going to answer your question right now. What's coming next, man? What do you think is going to come next? Maybe the coronavirus vaccine?
Well, yeah, but okay. You're on the team I was on at the very beginnings of.
Okay, okay.
Of the coronavirus, but after doing, digging into it, the Chinese.
Are you getting your sources from good sources?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've heard this. Like, I finally saw a headline on something I got from a digging.
But not mainstream.
Not mainstream, no. I did my digging and I heard that they were because initially the Chinese government was trying to like, oh yeah, it's no big deal. It's just, a little diarrhea, no biggie. But then I found footage of the authorities literally welding people's door, like apartment complex buildings, doors shut and shutting people in the buildings to die.
You think it's real?
There's footage. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, but all right, well, let me just, this is totally open-minded. There he is. I got my boy right here, Josh. My producer just walked in. But do you remember when the Ebola thing was happening? And they put all this footage out, and then
okay, I'll
find out, like, hold that thought.
Hold that thought.
All right, go ahead.
That from another source. I can't tell you my source because it's anyway from another source. Apparently, that wasn't the Ebola thing was an actual controlled release. They actually,
yeah. Put your headphones on.
They actually did leak that virus. So they found that.
You actually think that was real?
The Ebola? Yeah, it didn't just randomly come out.
No, I'm saying it was real in the 70s, but do you think this last outtake or this
that was purpose? That was purposely spread. So China, seeing that and the success of SARS, used that and made it to where it was more accessible or whatever. So that's where coronavirus came from. Now, what's the motive? Like, was it leaked on purpose? Was it accidentally spread by a scientist? I don't know, because we know the one person that the scientist that was trying to like warn everybody, he ended up getting detained and arrested, then dying. And then you see all these countless headlines from my sources of countries implementing martial law.
Whoa, where?
Hold on.
So
let's see.
So what do you think? Can you hear?
Yeah, hold on.
I got my producer over here, and I want to bring his ass up because Josh, me and him have been talking about this.
Italian towns in lockdown, full-scale martial law rollout, plans on contagion continues rapid. Planned as contagion continues rapid spread.
Hey, E.
And then you got.
Will you pull that mic up over there? I want you to tell, like, at least Phil, because you know a lot more about this than I do.
Here's another one. TV commercial contains subliminal message in which government declares martial law due to pandemic outbreak.
E?
Yeah.
Hey.
I don't know what their agenda is.
You know what Josh is saying?
Yeah, I have.
Hey, now tell them what me and you've been talking about, because all right, so what's your theory on the corona? Because you have a little bit deeper theory on this. And guys, I know this is the almost legal, and me and Josh can go deep, but I just want for like 5 seconds, because I think you and Josh might have a fucking conversation on this shit. Because I see Josh knows way more than me, but
mine's a complete theory where it's like just based on just crushing the Chinese economy. Now, I think it may have backfired because it has been hitting Iran and Italy, and it's almost turning into a pandemic.
Right, and that's what's confusing me, because like I don't know if this was a controlled, initially a controlled thing that got out of hand. Is it mass chaos? Like,
exactly.
I can't tell if there's a motive behind it or not. Because obviously stocks are coming. Part of me thinks that maybe, because it's safe to say the past couple weeks have been like probably the most positive for the Republican Party and Trump as a whole, right? Wins the impeachment, the State of the Union, all this shit's going his way. And then guess what? Boop, stock market's crashing because of this phantom, boogeyman disease.
Correct. I don't know, man. There's just so many what ifs, and it just seems like I think that there actually probably is a cure for this thing. And I think I don't know.
Oh, so you actually think it's real?
Oh yeah, it's real.
Okay, so both of y'all think it's real. Okay.
I think they already have a cure for it, and I don't know.
What do you?
I just thought it was to bring down the Chinese economy.
What do you think about this, guys?
So you think maybe like America brought it in?
I don't know. I don't know who, but
hold on. So you and Josh both think it's real?
I think it's real.
Okay.
But I just don't know.
Oh, it's real.
I think it's fake, man. And of course, I don't know anything. Sorry.
100% fake. It's not 100% fake. Just because I see all from my sources and I saw some stuff. What do you think about this? This is what confuses me. Because like I said, if it was an isolated incident and it was like a same type of group of people, this would be one thing. But this is like a variety of people just doing random shit. Here, let me read the headline. People caught on camera spitting in public to spread deadly coronavirus in videos.
Josh.
I'm looking at the videos. This is an Asian lady. I don't know if she's looking at some oodles and noodles. She's literally licking each package right now. I'm sure y'all can't see it.
That's propaganda?
Bro, it's like cell phone footage. Okay, let's scroll down. Now we have elevator footage, and it shows this guy with male pattern bald, this little Asian man. He comes in, spits on the buttons, and spreads all his spit all over it. Now we scroll back down, there's another one. And then there's this one where this dude's literally looks like he's crop dusting this chick. He's like walking behind her, and I just don't understand why.
I feel like you have to beat their ass.
But why? Because it's like a variety of people. Who's telling them to do that? Why are they doing that?
But you need to punch them.
But why are they doing it?
Maybe because they like propaganda. They're like, oh, let me just act like I have corona, and then they make a video go viral.
It's China though. It's not a U.S.
Yeah.
They have drones flying around telling people to put their mask on. It's a law. They're like, it's mandatory. You have to wear a mask.
No, exactly, Josh. And you think that shit's real?
You saw that old lady running away from the drone?
Yeah, I hadn't seen anything.
They're like, but where's your mask? Put your mask on. She's just turns around and sprints. Yeah. Well,
it's also like earlier when you were like, dude, I think you were where I am, about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. Then I looked into it.
Yeah. So forgive me for not like looking into it, dude. I trust you, but I know E's looked into it. What do you think about it?
Catch me again. I'm sorry.
Like, what do you think about what Josh was saying? Do you think that's?
There's just so many things where it's like all of a sudden, I don't know if you heard this, Josh. They're like we're going to come to a standpoint where they're going to start closing down schools, or they're going to start closing down.
That came out that leaked today.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah,
So both y'all don't heard.
I don't know. It's pretty scary. I mean, I don't know, but
So you actually think this shit's real? So I need to just
There
chill
are
the
people
fuck out
dying.
saying it's fake, right?
yeah, no,
No, it's real.
I need to go out and say it's fake.
No, it's real.
Okay.
What is fake, I think, is the death total so far in China. I think it's way more.
yeah.
Whoa, Josh!
I'm thinking like 50,000. Like,
Yes.
I would have never thought you would have thought that because, goddamn. So you're
in the wrong side of the conspiracy, man.
Right, yeah. No, I agree with you.
The conspiracy is the way they handled it. One, the scientists that try to like warn us, like, hey, shit, this shit just got leaked, bro. He got arrested and detained for leaking that information, and then he died in custody, apparently due to the illness. But my thing is they created this virus. It was intended to be a weaponized thing, and somehow one of the scientists or one of the research people got it and left. And the way China, the reason it's such a fucking pandemic right now is because they allowed thousands upon thousands of people that were exposed to it to just fly, just go wherever the hell they wanted. That's what made it so chaotic, because no one knows where. And the what's the dead life? What's the thing? Unlike the flu, you can hold it from 3 to 6 days and be contagious. There's up to 12 days without showing symptoms where you're contagious.
Period or
Yeah. That's the difference between the common flu and this. You show no signs for 3 to 6 days while you're contagious with the regular flu. This is up to 12 days.
Okay, so both of y'all are saying that it's real.
It's real, yeah.
Okay.
And it's only going to get worse from what it looks
What
like.
the fuck, man? Dude, if you'd asked, God damn it, Josh, God damn it, man. I mean, dude, why don't you call me, motherfucker? Whatever you like. Because, dude, my head is like, nah, this shit is a conspiracy. This shit just makes the United States get all fucking scared, and now we're going to push a vaccine and blah, blah, blah. But if you're saying people are fucking dying.
Well, like I said, they're welding people. It spreads. It's so contagious and spread. Well, I've seen them welding doors shut. People don't like the government over there that much.
Yeah.
The source I saw was a video of a person trying to get a word out and saying, look, they're lying. The death totals are way more. They're literally welding doors shut. And he was like from a window showing them going to this building and welding the door shut. And then I finally see a headline today on what I was talking. I said that weeks ago. And then I see a headline, and then I see a closer up image of them literally right next behind the guy welding the door shut. Leaving them to die.
Yeah.
How pissed would you be? I'd be spitting on him too. But hey, where you going?
I would lick that motherfucker's face right before I was like, hey, you got it. He's like, oh shit.
What a way to go! What a way to die! How'd you die?
Damn.
The guy licked my face.
Y'all motherfuckers. Okay, so I need to look into it, man.
Yeah.
If both y'all motherfuckers got me, god damn. So what you're saying is I'm only on the outskirt of it.
Now the seriousness of it could be over exaggerated. Maybe that's
in the thing.
Because, like I said, I have seen, just right here, we got a TV commercial containing subliminal message in which government declares martial law to pandemic outbreak. So that, you keep seeing headlines like that. You're like, okay, that's too much martial law talk to where it could be a propaganda. But then you got this one, which ties big oil into it, where Rockefeller plans detailed government takeover through pandemic martial law.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Here we go. Published in May 2000. Look, hear this. Published in May of 2010, reveals a planned scenario in which governments around the world would be able to more easily take over society and institute a total and complete Orwellian police state by locking down the remaining few humans that survive a contrived pandemic outbreak. The report, titled Scenarios of the Future of Technology and International Development, has a stated goal of creating a world of tighter top-down government control and more authoritarian leadership with limited innovation and growing citizen pushback.
All right, guys.
This is 2010.
Something by both y'all. Hold on.
That was in 2010.
That doesn't necessarily mean Corona. That's the agenda. Now, whether we use Ebola, who has a patent, the fucking banker who died, Rockefeller, has the patent on Ebola, which kind of came out in the 70s. And we use it, the flu, we have all these different strands. We can keep creating these viruses, these mass outbreaks, and then the mainstream media picks. Now, I agree with y'all. No, I'm with y'all, but just hear me out. We can keep creating these fake, and I say fake, but okay, now what do you need? Okay, now you need a vaccine, you need this, blah, 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 blah. Exactly what he says. Orwellian, I'm a little bit hammered, but you get everybody, big brother, oh, blah, blah, blah. So now everybody's fucking scared, right? But if you go back to when Ebola was the big fucking deal, everybody was like so scared. And then we come to find out CNN had these goddamn little kids, and there's footage of them going, so lay down. And they lay down, and they're like, once you see these type of things, it's super hard to kind of get your mind around it. And I understand what y'all mean as far as like Corona, but do we really think Corona is going to bring in the Orwellian type, big brother type situation? I like I said, I'm a little bit hammered when I'm talking about this, but y'all give me your thoughts if y'all understand what I'm saying.
Josh, if it's going to be something, why not now? Because guess what's coming in? Let's just guess what's coming here, which is more than likely to happen here in about a year. Trump's going to win the re-election, right? There's a high chance he's doing that due to their own fucking fault for being ludicrous and trying to peach his ass so much. And more than likely, they're probably going to, since they spun their wheels and try to witch hunt the entire presidential candidacy, he's probably going to clean house in both houses.
Yeah, for sure. Because the super delegates.
I have my popcorn ready, waiting for him to say, investigate that person, that person, that person, that person. Shit's gonna hit the fan, dude.
I don't mean to laugh because
to say that there's not like a deep state or there's not just a ruling party that that might be over the actual government itself. That's not too far fetched. Look what Hillary Clinton got away with. And she wasn't the president.
Yeah, anybody else would have done that. They would have.
In a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Hey, would y'all have done it?
Dude, look. You remember when they had that, when Gowdy kept asking so when you said that you only use one, no, it was literally them, they were reading their findings. There's like when it comes to her saying she only used one device. Was that true? No, she actually used multiple devices. Okay, yeah. Did she, she said she didn't have any more emails. Is that true? No, she actually had 30,000 emails. Okay. Did you, it was just kept going down the line. Okay. No, well, we didn't.
It's like
not guilty. We're like, wait a minute, what?
But we got to be careful, man, because I'm not going to suicide myself in the head.
Dude, what a cool way to go, dude.
Hey, man.
Dude, if I look, I'd rather die and be on Clinton's body count than die with like a dick in my mouth or something.
Nah, fuck that. I'd rather suck a dick. let those motherfuckers fuck me.
Whatever, man.
But anyway, I voted for Hillary Clinton, and I love her, and I think that we should all support women no matter what. I believe in gay marriage, and I think if you don't vote for anybody that's Democratic, then you're racist, you're homophobic, you're xenophobic, and you wear a shirt that might have a little bit too many goddamn things. Josh, I was trying to fucking read your shirt. Oh man,
you're reading
Josh,
you're reading my shirt.
What the fuck are you gonna come? No, I was just trying to fucking come up here, dude. When the fucking come here and hang out with us, man? Because
Just let me know.
I don't know if you know this, and I don't mean to interrupt you, Josh, but there was some guy in California. I can't even tell you his fucking name, but I was doing like an Instagram thing, and I was like, "Oh, dude, you from Birmingham, Alabama?" And he goes, "No, I was doing a podcast with a guy from Birmingham, and I swear to God, this was his thing: conspiracies, comedy, and guess what the other one was?
I'm not guessing.
Gay sex."
Well, there you go.
No, I mean it was like that might have been his fourth thing, but anyway. So I was like, "Hey, man." So me and Josh, I went up there, dude. He won't ever come down here, dude. He's too busy getting pussy.
Come on, man.
But
I'll come. Oh, here's another one.
all right, let's hear it, man.
Yichang falls into whatever Yichang is, falls into martial law, entire city, over 4 million on lockdown. That was February 20th. Biological contagion continues to spread over 1 billion people in China under strict quarantine orders. Okay, then there's one more. Martial law unofficially begins in Iran's capital city after authorities hide coronavirus outbreak. Society starts to break down in Iran after government announces first cases of coronavirus and quarantine. And then they had the Trump administration decided they were going to send. Uh-oh. You there? Hello? Hello? I don't know if I lost you. Did I lose you? Is it me you're looking for? Fix your shit, man. All right, I guess I lost him. Well, anyway. So that was the episode, ladies and gentlemen. We got Product Probes. He came and helped me out. I thought it was a lot more entertaining. But yeah, everything we said is pretty crazy, dude. Like, I don't know if there's an agenda here. I don't. But it's pretty wild. Like, I don't know what to think. The Wuhan resident claims police are chasing down innocent citizens and throwing them in detainment. Chinese military takes control of Wuhan sectors. Martial law in full effect. Whistleblower claims Chinese government tried to spread coronavirus bioweapon to U.S. military during Wuhan. Entire family of 5 dies in quarantine. More families feared dead after being locked up. This is all in the month of February. Pentagon approves quarantine Americans against their will on military bases in coronavirus outbreak. Store shelves in Hong Kong go empty. Food supply chains dies amid coronavirus outbreak. Woman suspected of being infected with coronavirus ripped from her car by police before possibly dying on the spot. Another family forced into quarantine. There's a video. Chinese military scans citizens at checkpoints. Anyone with temperatures get detained along with passengers. Keep in mind, everything I just read is within 2 days. China orders Wu-Tang. This is not American mainstream media. This is a different source. China orders Wuhan to round up all suspected coronavirus patients and put them in quarantine camps. Who directs general door-to-door sweeps now happening in northeastern China as coronavirus spreads rapidly. Wuhan Jackson Garden set ablaze with tenants inside. Government blames arson. So a whole apartment complex burned to the ground. Hong Kong coronavirus expert warns outbreak could infect between 60% and 80% of humanity, killing 51 million people. Whoa. Shit. The military has mass quarantine camps set up in the United States. The latest coronavirus snatched and grabbed caught on video. It's happening. Scores of fires burning throughout China. High-rise buildings becoming human incinerators to combat coronavirus. DoD orders Northcom plan to respond to and mitigate biological threats. Military personnel dressed in hazmat suits quarantine woman at Marine Corps Air Station Miramar. Exclusive. FMR hospital administrator reveals possible coronavirus connection to weaponized prions, whatever the hell it means. China's coronavirus pandemic becomes depopulation shit show. No food, no water, stormtroopers on the march. Bombshell. Wuhan's Naval University of Engineering issued lockdown notice ahead of coronavirus epidemic. Ooh, I gotta see that one. That was on February 15th. All personnel vehicles being sealed in China, some with people inside. Video montage shows what is really happening in China amid coronavirus pandemic. Where did all the bodies go? High rise has only 7 tenant rooms lit up. Droids deliver news to complete martial law lockdown in Wuhan. Martial law, okay, then we're getting to the ones I covered. So basically everything I just said happened within like a 10-day period, which blows my mind. It says I don't have internet. That's false. Why can't I access this? Oh, come on. Are you shitting me right now? It's not allowing me to look at those pages. They're there. What the hell? I done cracked it, man. What the F, dude? They just kicked me off the internet. All right, anyway, I guess I'm being kicked off the internet somehow. I'm out. See y'all next week. Peace.